Hello, hello. I think I am live. It's pretty awesome being here. So I am going to do a LinkedIn live video. I hope you are many to join and many to comment and many to participate. In this live tonight, I will be speaking mostly of my own personal pet peeves and of things I saw a lot of my clients do as mistakes and mistakes to avoid in LinkedIn messages, why avoid them, and hope that will help you be better within LinkedIn. So, first of all, if you join, please say hi, say where you're from. I always like to know where people are from and say hello. And before we start, I know that it sounds a little weird to have a Facebook group about LinkedIn, but I am sure that there's a lot of people on Facebook that are unaware of the power of LinkedIn and that fear maybe getting into that out of their comfort zone and into that new world that is LinkedIn, new old world because it's been there for a while, and that of course need more information on how to get business leads. I personally love LinkedIn passionately because it has made me very successful. I have reached a lot of clients. I have connected to some extraordinary individuals that became friends. And I really enjoy the kind of more it's a community of people who really want to partner, who really want to do business, who really want to collaborate, and I kind of like that camaraderie that exists on LinkedIn. And that's why I became very passionate about LinkedIn and sharing my experience and helping other entrepreneurs enjoy the power that you have by improving, I'd say, improving and controlling your outcomes with LinkedIn and knowing how to message, how to speak on LinkedIn, how to connect with people, and how to grow your network. I believe that network equals net worth. So the more network you have, the bigger your net worth. So to dial into this messages, what messages not to do in LinkedIn. So, first of all, LinkedIn is a business platform. People have really a different mindset when they're on LinkedIn compared to where they're on Facebook, for example. And so, when you are on LinkedIn, you want to have a more professional attitude and use it as professionally as you can. So one of the mistakes that I see people do a lot on LinkedIn is the type of messages that you send. So LinkedIn messaging is not a text messaging platform. So for example, not sure how you receive your messages from Facebook, but LinkedIn, a lot of individuals will receive it via email. So they will receive an kind of a email that tells them that they've received a message on LinkedIn. If they clicked on that option, and I'd say a lot of entrepreneurs click on that option simply because it's a business platform and they don't want to probably lose the potential of a client if they didn't catch it in time. And so getting emailed every time they receive a message is a way for them to get to always be connected in a business sense. So the mistake that I see a lot of people do on LinkedIn is send a message that is hello or hey and nothing else. How are you doing? And nothing else. And so on LinkedIn, what happens is you receive an email. So, oh, I have an email. from a business individual on LinkedIn. So they go on LinkedIn, they open the LinkedIn, they open the message, and then all I see is hello. And it's quite not enough, right? So when you create a message on LinkedIn, make it precise, make it direct, straight to the point of what you want to achieve with this conversation. Um, so if you want to connect, if you are connected with someone and you want to start a conversation, then say why you are specifically reaching out to that person. Hey, I thought of you because I have this new product I thought you'd like, or I met this person. I'd love to connect you with that person, or it's been a while we didn't chat. Let's chat again. Something that is interesting enough for the other person to respond. If you do not receive a response from LinkedIn, don't get upset. It takes a while sometimes for people to go back to LinkedIn to verify their messages. So don't immediately jump to the conclusion that they're ignoring you, because I've seen that too. People you see like a hello, I'd love to speak with you about, and then the next message that comes is you're ignoring me and I never want to speak with you again. Big drama where I didn't even have time to read the message before. So it kind of feels weird to suddenly have someone go berserk when I didn't even see the first message. So be careful. Also, people know people, and people are watching all the time. I know it sounds a little paranoid, but what I mean by that is that people know people. So a connection on LinkedIn knows many other connections on LinkedIn. And don't frustrate a connection on LinkedIn, because it might create more connections, more deconnections, more people that will know that you did something that was not professional. So always remember that people are connected, people know people, and people are watching. And what I mean by people are watching is your behavior on social media is can always be found, can always be, is there forever, can always be searched. So if you start an argument with anyone on any social media, it's possible that at some time, some point, someone can read it. And also, there's a lot of people, especially on LinkedIn, that won't say anything. They'll just watch you. They'll read your posts. They'll read the comments that you post. They'll really look at you from afar. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, you'll get a client. That happens to me a lot. Or I get on a call with someone that says, yes, I read your posts every day. I know what you're about, but they've never ever spoke to me before. So that is very current as well. So you want to be posting quite regularly on LinkedIn and things that are business oriented and that have some kind of value and related to what you do, so that the people who are watching know what you're doing and who you are, what's your message, what's your USP, your unique selling proposition. So, second thing not to do in terms of messages is when you connect to someone new, there's the great thing about LinkedIn is that you can send a message to the person that you want to connect with, which is great. But at the same time, if you do not send a message when you connect with someone on LinkedIn, they might not accept your invitation. And if you invite too many people that refuse your invitation, you might be blocked for a certain amount of days, certain amount of time. So you want to send a little message saying, hey, I want to connect. A LinkedIn outreach with a message has much more chances of being accepted. And in the message, when you send an outreach saying, hey, I'd love to connect, give a little reason why. I read your profile, but don't lie. I read your profile, then read the profile. I read the profile and I saw that, you have this thing that we have in common. And so I'd love to connect because we have this thing in common, or we know that person, we have that person in common. And that will um, allow you to have much more a larger open rate, which is important because that allows you to have more connections, a bigger network, a bigger net worth. So when you try to connect and you do send a message, don't dive directly into your sales pitch within the first message. It's like meeting someone on the street, a business individual, and immediately trying to shove them something in in their face that they didn't even know they wanted. They don't even know you. So don't start by trying to sell something right away. LinkedIn is a kind of a slow way of creating a long-term business relation. But what is amazing is that you create long-term relationships, and if you don't mess up, those relationships will last a long time. And again, people know people. You don't know who that person one day might introduce you to. And the world is very small. I believe we're only 4 steps of separation. I don't know if you've ever heard the sentence 6 steps of separation, that anybody who we want to meet is only separated by 6 people before. So you know someone that knows 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 the president, right? I believe it's only 4. I believe that we're only separated 4 times from the person we want to meet, which is really nothing. And sometimes, I know the person who knows Steven Spielberg. So that would make me just 1 step of separation. So what I mean by that is you don't know who knows who. And on LinkedIn, people are really connected, and you'd be surprised of how many people are connected to how many people. So when you talk to people, be open-minded in discovering who they are, what they do, what their goals are, what their intentions are, what their world, their worries, their everything is before trying to sell them anything. Try to be helpful, because the more helpful you are, the more helpful they'll will want to be. And eventually, when you need something or to meet someone, they might be really open to introducing you to them. So LinkedIn is really a process of creating connections. And also, very, very shortly, you can have clients out of those connections. And I mean, big clients. So for me, the way I see it is that LinkedIn is more a venue to get high ticket clients compared to more higher ticket clients than you would find on Facebook, for example. So for anyone that's in the big industry, in the big sectors, I believe that you would have more more chances of success with clients in on LinkedIn. So other things to avoid, evidently, is the way that you um, message people on their comment. I mean, on their photograph or on their post. So try to never, ever, ever, ever put a link to something that you do, or a post that you have created, or an ad, or a link to a website inside the comments of somebody else's post. It's called spamming, and everyone hates it. So do not try to shine by advertising in LinkedIn. On the contrary, try to support and give an intelligent reply to a post on LinkedIn, and you will get much more attention from that than from posting an ad. Everybody can read your profile, everybody can know your name. It's kind of easy to figure out what you do if your profile is well done. So you don't need to explain it within your comment on LinkedIn. So I hope these tips help a bit in terms of what not to do. And those things really can hurt your business, because if you post, for example, a link in the comments, and people will notice that you're too desperate. And people remember, usually we have kind of a long memory for things that upset us, or for people we didn't quite appreciate, and you don't want to start on the wrong foot. So you can instead communicate by writing a positive post, congratulating or applauding or supporting, or giving an insight of a thought, or a profound founding, or something extraordinary that you want to share, that in itself will get much more traction. So I hope this helps. And if you, of course, if you have more questions, please comment below, and I will be more than happy to answer. And so that you know, we have created a very special program for people that want to really grow exponentially their network, and especially grow their business via LinkedIn. And it's quite an extraordinary, very unique kind of program that we have started. And if you are interested, please wave below and say, yes, me, and someone from my team will be more than happy to contact you, and we can schedule a time to speak about that and see if it's a fit for us and for you. And on that note, I hope you have a super great rest of the day, the evening, and hope to see more of you very soon here in this Facebook group. Bye.